This is my mud mixer, and today I use it to pour all of my column footings. First, let me show you how I did it and what the process looked like. Then I'll talk about the price of it and if it's worth it. Let's get into it. All right, so before I tell you the price of what all of this was, and then if I do recommend it for you as a pro or as a DIYer, let me go through all the features and all the buttons so you see up close what it looks like in case you do want to get one of these. So there are two add-ons that I got on this mud mixer. One is this extension hopper. What this allows is for you to be able to do 2 bags at a time. So especially if you're working by yourself, it'll give you a lot more work time as you're kind of down here and working on it. You don't have to keep going and stopping and refilling the station. Another part that I got is this extension. And this actually was really helpful because we were able to get to our column and then just kind of be able to turn it to both sides that way. And speaking about turning, what this does here, there's a little lever that you pull up, and then this whole thing, come on, do a little more muscle here. This whole thing does turn 360 degrees. So you could pivot this all the way back around or go all the way that way. So when you do get into a spot and you need to kind of work it as if it's a boom, you can easily do that. And then it'll lock right back into it, just like that. So when it comes to controls, it's literally just these 2 buttons. You have a forward button, which is the button that will move your material forward. And then if sometimes it could get stuck on a little rock, then you have a reverse, it goes backwards, then you just press forward. You need to stop it, you just kind of go to this middle position. Then this right here is your water dispenser meter, I guess. So here it's 0, so no water is coming out. And then here is 100, and I don't know if that means that there's just no material coming out. It will be just soup. For us, when we were doing the 80-pound concrete mix, we were about like 25 to 26. That's where we found that sweet spot for us. And if you're mixing thin sets, you'll probably just keep messing around with this until you find that perfect spot. Then on this side, you have this small, I don't know, maybe this is a 6-foot. Let me see. Small, 6-foot hose. That you have about a 6-foot hose here that you can use either to wash the material down as you're working on it, clean up the area, and then at the end we use it to clean up the entire machine as well. It was really useful. And then you have this hose attachment here, so you just got to attach your hose to this, and then it's a working machine. Then one last thing that you have here is just your power source. You just install this or plug this into your regular 120 volt extension cord, and it works perfectly. So all in, with all the attachments that you see me have here, this was over $3,500. It is a lot of money. So would I recommend it for you? Depends. If you're a DIYer or a weekend warrior that doesn't really work with concrete work or cement or anything like that often, then you probably don't need this. This would be too expensive and a bit of an overkill. But if you are a pro that would be using this once every 2 months, once every 3 months, this thing is awesome, and I definitely would suggest it. The fact that you can just kind of get down here and have so much control over it and not have to hold buckets or have to taxi that thing around is just a cleaner install, and overall it's just a much more enjoyable experience. But for me personally, it was worth it. If you guys enjoyed that video, you're going to enjoy the video of me underpinning our garage footing, where you'll see my first attempt at it and what that looked like. Then we learned something, and then our second attempt of properly underpinning your footing. Enjoy.